Success often appears glamorous from the outside. We see the final results, the awards, the luxury cars, the confidence, and the spotlight. But what most people never see are the quiet sacrifices, the mindset shifts, and the secret habits that shape those results. Successful people don't talk much about these things, yet they live by them every single day. To understand what truly sets them apart, let's step into the story of a man named Ravi Verma, whose quiet rise from a simple bank clerk to a successful entrepreneur reveals the secrets that the world's most accomplished people often keep to themselves. Ravi was born in a small Indian town where the idea of success was simple: study hard, get a safe job, and live a comfortable life. His parents were honest, hard-working people who believed in stability. His father worked long hours at a textile shop while his mother was a school teacher. They often told him, "Don't take risks, just find a secure job." So when Ravi graduated, he did exactly that. He joined a local bank as a clerk and followed the predictable routine of an ordinary life. Every morning, he'd punch in at 9, file documents, update ledgers, and return home by 6. Nothing was wrong with his life, yet deep down, he felt unfulfilled. When he scrolled through his phone or watched TV, he'd see people his age starting businesses, traveling abroad, and building their dreams. He didn't feel jealous. He felt curious. What did they know that he didn't? What was their secret? That question became the spark that changed his entire life. One evening after work, his manager complained that he never had enough time for anything. Ravi smiled politely, but thought about it all night. They both worked the same hours. So why did some people still manage to learn new skills, read books, and grow faster? He decided to find out. For a week, he tracked how he spent his evenings. The results shocked him. He spent hours scrolling through social media, gossiping with colleagues, and watching random videos. It wasn't that he didn't have time, he was simply wasting it. That realization hit hard. He made a promise to himself that from that day forward, his free time would be sacred. He began waking up an hour earlier to read books about finance and business. He replaced meaningless conversations with focused learning. Slowly, his evenings turned into sessions of growth. Months later, his mindset shifted completely. Ravi learned one of the first secrets successful people keep. They guard their time like treasure. Time is the real currency of success, and how you spend it decides how far you go. With this newfound energy, Ravi started dreaming bigger. But soon, he ran into another problem: motivation. Some days he felt unstoppable, and on others, he couldn't even get out of bed early. He kept asking himself why success seemed so tied to emotions. That's when an older colleague named Mr. Mehra gave him advice that changed his life. He said, "Motivation is temporary, discipline is permanent. Don't wait to feel inspired, just show up every day." Those words stayed in his mind. From that day on, Ravi stopped chasing motivation. He built small habits, reading 1 chapter a day, saving a small percentage of his salary, and learning one new concept every week. Over time, these habits turned into part of his identity. He realized that successful people don't depend on motivation. They depend on discipline. It's not about doing things when you feel like it. It's about doing them because they matter. Soon, Ravi wanted to start something of his own. His mother made beautiful handmade baskets, and he thought of turning them into a small business. He told a few friends about his plan, expecting support. Instead, most laughed. Some said he was wasting time, others told him to focus on his stable job. Their doubts stung, but instead of arguing, Ravi decided to stay silent. He quietly worked on the idea in the evenings after work, setting up a small online store. He didn't post about it or talk much. He wanted results to speak louder than words. Months later, when he made his first profit, the same people who had mocked him were surprised. That was the day he learned another powerful truth. Successful people rarely announce their goals, they protect them. They understand that silence breeds focus and results are the best reply. However, success didn't come easy. A few months into his business, his supplier backed out unexpectedly, and Ravi lost almost all his savings. He was devastated. For weeks, he questioned everything: his decisions, his worth, even his dreams. But one morning, while reading an article about Thomas Edison, he came across a quote that shifted his perspective. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That line hit him deeply. He realized failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. The difference between successful and average people isn't that one never fails, it's that the successful ones learn faster. So, instead of giving up, Ravi analyzed his mistakes. He realized he had focused too much on making products and too little on reaching customers. He began studying marketing and learned how social media could help him promote his baskets. With new knowledge and a more strategic plan, he relaunched his business. This time, it worked. His products started selling across cities, and people loved them. The profits grew steadily, and within 2 years, he was earning more than his bank salary. For the first time, he felt free. He had created something from scratch, something that was his own. As his business grew, Ravi noticed something else that changed his perspective again. The people around him mattered more than he had realized. The colleagues who constantly complained or doubted him drained his energy. In contrast, whenever he met ambitious people, even casually, he left the room feeling inspired. So he made a conscious choice. He started surrounding himself with people who talked about ideas, not gossip. People who were focused on growth, not excuses. That shift alone accelerated his progress more than anything else. Years later, Ravi became known as a respected entrepreneur in his city. His company, which started from his mother's handmade baskets, now supplied decor items to multiple countries. When people asked about his secret, he would just smile and say, "There's no secret. You just have to start seeing yourself differently." But deep down, he knew there were certain truths he lived by, the same truths that most successful people quietly follow. They protect their time. They build discipline when motivation fades. They move silently and let results speak. They turn failures into lessons instead of excuses. And they choose their circle carefully because environment shapes success more than effort alone. One evening, years later, Ravi returned to his hometown to visit his parents. As he walked through the small market streets, he saw a few young men sitting outside a shop talking about how hard life was and how success was only for lucky people. For a moment, he smiled, because he had once thought the same way. He wanted to tell them that luck has very little to do with it, but he knew they wouldn't understand. Yet, some lessons must be learned, not told. That night, as he sat on his terrace looking at the stars, he thought about his journey. From a frustrated clerk to a confident entrepreneur. Nothing magical had happened. No miracle, no shortcut, no secret recipe. It was simply a series of choices. Choices to use time wisely, to stay consistent, to rise after failure, and to believe in his worth even when others didn't. Success, he realized, doesn't begin in the world around you. It begins in your thoughts. Once you start believing you can build something greater, you naturally start behaving like someone who can. And the moment your behavior changes, your reality begins to follow. The world loves to talk about success, but rarely understands what builds it. It isn't about luck or talent alone. It's about small, disciplined actions repeated every day with quiet faith. It's about staying patient when results are slow. And most importantly, It's about believing that you're capable of more, even when nobody else sees it yet. So the next time you see someone successful and wonder what their secret is, remember Ravi's story. The real secrets aren't loud. They're quiet habits practiced in private. They're small decisions made daily when no one is watching. Because in the end, success isn't something you find. It's something you build, one disciplined choice at a time. If you found this story inspiring, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs motivation today, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that remind you what's truly possible.